Hey guys, it's your girl D Willis here, and in today's video, we're going to be doing some clip art, but the type of clip art that we're going to be making is more realistic. Now, this you can upscale it, but I don't plan on upscaling these because they're not going to be needing to be upscaled because they're basically just realistic graphics that I'm going to be using in my mock-ups for social media and for promotional use. But this is how you can create realistic type of clip art and not just the watercolor type of clip art, but clip art that can be used as scene images to create scenes on your digital product mock-ups. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's jump into the computer. Now, currently, I'm using the Midjourney Alpha. You have to have used Midjourney and created over 1,000 images to have access to the Midjourney Alpha. I love the Alpha. If you're not familiar with it, Midjourney has now created their own platform so they have transitioned, I believe, from Discord. So you have the regular Midjourney, but then you also have the Midjourney Alpha. Now, with this Midjourney, you don't need to put Imagine prompt. You can just put your prompt up here. You can take care of your aspect ratios and your sizes right here. If you do landscape, you have various types of landscapes. The 16 by 9 is common. So, we're going for a perfect square because we're doing a type of clip art. You can also change the versions all the way down. I'm going to keep it on 6.1 right now. You can make it standard or raw. You can leave personalization like on, off. You can change the stylization of it and everything like that. And you can also change the speed in which it produces it. But you want to take care of your settings first before you put your prompt in. Now I'm going to just paste my prompt because I already have it written. This is going to be a photorealistic type of prompt of a snake plant in a bronze rustic kind of like pot. And this is the prompt I have for it. I'll go ahead and put that prompt below, or you can pause the video right here and, write it down or whatever works for you. So what I'm going to do is press enter so we can create these clip art pieces that we want to use. And I'm not going to jump into Photoshop or anything like that. This is just strictly Midjourney and Canva to make things look as realistic as possible, because I know a lot of people are not familiar with Photoshop. I make a lot of my clip arts pieces and I go ahead and reformat them and do everything in Photoshop. But in this case, we're going to be using Canva to the best of our ability for those people who need to use Canva. So I'm going to be playing around with a few things because I'm doing this on the spot. Now, looking at these plants, I'm not going to I'm more so looking at the lighting, okay, on the plants, right? It looks like a lot more lighting is coming from this direction. This one I like. It's more like just a flat type of color across the board. This one seems like it's a lot of light on this leaf, right? And you got to think about these things. Now, this one looks good, perfect across the board, right? So between this one and this one, but this one, as you can see, it has some light on it. It does have a light right here, and it has some light off there. So it does have some like reflecting going on, but this one looks really, really nice. So we're going to take this one and I am going to come over here. I'm going to make a perfect square, like an Instagram square. Say, for example, if we're doing like a little mock-up, a little scene in here. But first of all, we want all of our clip art pieces in here around this size, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this image and I'm going to drop this image off in here. And then we're going to take this plant. Okay, as you can see, it's a shadow on it. But if we were to change this background to black, we have something going on right here, right? So we need the pro version of Canva, or you can use I believe it's called something saying it's called Photor, I believe it's called Photor, right? If you go to Photor, it'll remove the background for free if you don't have the pro version of Canva. But if you're creating any kind of graphics that you want to make money from, then I highly recommend you pay the $15 a month for this. It's not bad at all. But what we want to do is we want to blow this baby up all the way, right? So we want it to feel this perfect square that we have. Now what we want to do is use the background remover. And as you can see, you got to have the pro version because it's the crown. Now we're good to go. So now we have this going on. I'm going to go ahead and crop this image in just a tad bit, right? And then what I'm going to do is duplicate this image. Now you can play around with the shadows here. You can play around with them, but it lifts it too much for me, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make this shadow as realistic as I possibly can. And I do that by just duplicating the photo for one, get it to where you want it to be, duplicate it, go in here and edit and adjust the brightness, make it black, take all the saturation out of it, right? Because we couldn't see it, so you need to see it, okay? So we got this sucker as dark as we probably can. Hold on, let me see if I can do anything with these shadows. Okay, contrast. Nope, we'll take the contrast all the way up. Highlights, we're going to take them down, right? Make sure, okay, the temperature really don't matter. So we can keep that there. And the whites, we're going to take that all the way down. We want this sucker black as we can get it, right? So we then took it down. We made it black. Great. So we can get out of here. So now we got two plants, this exact same size, right? So what I want to do is on the black plant, I want to edit it and I want to put a shadow on this plant. So I'm probably going to do a drop shadow. As you can see, it kind of dropped the shadow. Now let me see the angle on here, right? So now look at this angle. I want the angle to be more so at the bottom. Now I'm not worried about the top because we're about to take the top out. We're about to strip this all the way down like this, like so. Okay, so now we have a shadow right here on this. Also, let's go back on our shadow and blur it as much as we possibly can. Get it blurred. Bring the distance in just a little bit. Now what we're going to do is going to take our big plant and we're going to put this big plant on top of it, right? Okay, so now we have a little shadow jumping off on here too. And the reason why I did not just change the opacity of this is because it turns it gray like that. You see that sharp gray? And then it makes the edges so sharp. And that's why I don't do that. You have some people that would tell you to just make the black transparent, but then it makes it not like that glowy look that it has right now, right? So let's go back in here and change this shadow just a little bit. So let's intensify it a tad bit and see what we got going on there. So now it looks a little bit more realistic, like it got a little shadow on it. So then I'm going to group these two together, right? And when you do this, you can also go like that, highlight it, download the selection, make it a transparent background. And now we downloaded it. As you can see in the image, we have a little shadow. We're going to save it as a PNG. So we just highlighted it. We didn't press the download button. Or the share button. We just downloaded this little piece, right? So I just downloaded that little piece. So let's open up another one. And now let's make this background that color, right? So now we got a little shadow on it. You see that little shadow? And it's already transparent for us. So now we can just resize it if we wanted to. And let me find a computer or something that I've made in here. And I can show you what I mean by a scene mock-up. Let me put a little, that is not what I want. That is not it. Okay, that one is it. Okay, so boom. All right. Okay, here we go. We get into something. Okay. Now these shadows, guys, have been created using Photoshop. I just want you to know that. Wasn't created here, right? So in case you wanted a little mock-up for your little images or what have you, you can do so like so, right? And I also have some other ones too. Not that one, but maybe that one. Nope, not that one. Not that one. Which one did I have? Okay, yeah, this one. This the little one. Okay, do a little. I don't know if that. Yeah, that one got the shadow. Yeah, it's a little shadow on that one. So then we got a little one. And then where is my... That can't be it because I don't know where the other one is. Little gold, little thing. I got other ones, but you're getting a point. Okay. And these are like little mock-up scene images that you can use that's more realistic type of clip art to create little scenes. And let me grab this for instance. Okay. Grab that and kind of make a little scene going on here. And I'm doing this like in real time just so you can see. And I think I want to do it like that. Yeah. And bring this forward like so. And let me see about my little ghost. Okay, that's more of a cartoony type of ghost, right? And let's get up here and let me do a little twig or something. A little fall twig. Right? Do a little twig or something. Make it a little smaller. I don't like that. But I'm trying to get over here to one of these pumpkins. And then we're going to do this. And then we're going to flip this pumpkin. Okay, let's just say, for example, right? And go to the back. And we're my little raven. And throw my raven up in there too. Oh, nope. Don't throw that in there. We're going to do them right here. And just do a little raven. I guess I could have kept them flying. But this is what I mean. Let me flip him around, right? All right, so there you have it. So this is how you make like realistic type of clip art. And you could do it right in Canva, right? You don't really need Photoshop, even though I did Photoshop on all of these. I usually do Photoshop. I'm more proficient with Photoshop, but this is a way, and you see this light on this bat, that light right there on the wing. You got to be careful when you're dealing with light sources because you're going to want to make sure that is appropriate for the image, right? So like if he's flying over here, they're going to be like, where's that light coming from, right? So you need to have some type of glow that's going to set that off. You want it as realistic as possible, right? So let's see about my little kitty cat. Okay, so let me see about the little kitten. Okay, we can make it a little kitten, right? So we got our little kitty, right? Everybody loves little kittens. So yeah, that's how you make realistic stuff, guys. Well, at least a plant. So I showed you how to go ahead. I gave you the prompt right here to go ahead and be able to make a realistic plant. If you're not familiar with plants, again, go to Google, say what's the most popular plants, and get a list of plants, and then make your pot whatever color you want your pot, and then put in a plant name or a type of plant and see what you get, and then bring that over into Canva on a Instagram post size, duplicate it, turn them one solid black as you can get it, and then put a shadow on it, and then place the original color one on top to kind of give it that shadowy look. Group them all together, and then right click, download, and make sure you put a transparent background, and then you will have your little clip art piece right here. Okay, so I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And if you want more of these types of clip arts, you want unlimited downloads, you want the training and things like that, I invite you to join my new exclusive community called the Digital Creator Society. I have training in there. I have all kind of graphics, toolkits, and things that you can use for your own. They're all available for commercial use. I do have resale items in there where you can resell things. It's a lot going on in the community. So definitely, I invite you to join. It is $27 a month. However, there is a 7-day no risk money back guarantee. So if you get in and you're like, hey, this isn't for me, that's fine. Let me know. I give you your $27 back. But best believe it's thousands and thousands of dollars worth of digital assets inside of this community. And I have had members of this community make more than $27 in a week. So it's definitely worth the return on investment. So I hope to see you inside. Bye.